Welcome to Oulton Park. Okay, so in this video we have Oulton Park round 1, plus a little bit of behind the scenes footage, a little bit of vlogging, some educational stuff in there as well, and some sponsor requests. Stick around to the end to find out. But we're going to dive into the race 1 onboard footage. If you don't like onboard footage, one, I'm surprised you're here because this channel has a lot of that. But if not, just skip along to the end and have a look at some of the behind the scenes stuff that we have. Right, let's get stuck into Clubman race 1. So starting in P7, wasn't the greatest quali, but okay, we can definitely move forward from here. So we just got held for a little bit longer. They were just checking the car at the front. Now they thought it had stalled, but they've got it going. So we were sat for a while, tyres cooled down, but we didn't do another green flag lap. So here we go. Let's get stuck into the footage. Right, not the greatest start, but okay. But Russell Halley got an absolute flyer, so he was off from around the outside really quick. Stuck it in behind him. He's a little bit slow mid-corner. Might have given him a little touch there. He got it sideways, but I managed to keep my foot in around the outside. But then we've got this green car out of nowhere that's almost got ahead. I managed just to hold on to the inside there through Cascades, which was really lucky actually, because I dropped back behind that car as well. It was going to be a bit of a struggle to start fighting back through these guys and up to the cars ahead. But here we go, got a good run on Russell here. He's got a little bit deep, so I'm going to have it go around the outside. It was tight, but we touched a little, but I managed to send it around the outside, and Russell complimenting me on that one after the race, because it was a pretty good move. But right, those two are now behind his head down. I need to track these guys down, and particularly the red car ahead. Red car ahead is Kevin Denge, who is in the Masters category. So I need to get ahead of him if I want to finish first in the Masters. But yeah, just getting settled into this first lap now. Tyres will be slightly cool, so we've got to be careful we don't get too much oversteer here. So as we head out through Nickelburg, get a pretty good exit. It's actually quite a tough corner there, but really important because you carry the speed all the way up the hill. Now, one of the things at Oulton Park is if you're behind and you're in the slipstream, you feel like you're a driving god, because it's just so easy to keep the pace and stick with the guys in front. But then when it's you punching the hole in the air, it's so much more difficult. Even if you're driving really well, it's hard to gap cars behind. But I'm just managing to keep Russell at bay at the moment, and trying to track down and get in that slipstream of those guys in front. So that was it, opening lap, not too bad. Managed to, I think we gained a place, didn't we there? So we gained one place. Car felt okay at this moment. Russell's dropping back a little bit there. Right, so we skipped forward, wasn't too much happening. Denge gets an absolute flyer, runs wide, keeps his foot in, and that was all four wheels off the ground. Now, I went to the right to try and avoid him, but he still nearly hit me as he landed and come back across the track. That was a pretty scary moment, to be fair. Right, again, skipped ahead, straight to the action. That's me getting a big sideways moment through Lodge. I was struggling with the car, I was oversteering so much there. The downside of that is I've got a bad run. So here comes Kevin down the inside, He's put it down. He hasn't really given me too much space, and to be fair, there's not really anywhere I could go apart from keep my foot in and just stick it out around the outside. A bit frustrating, and then for some reason he cuts across me there and we touch again. It didn't really feel like that was necessary to cut across there, but it is what it is. Slightly in behind. I've got his slipstream now, and to be honest, at this point I was not feeling impressed with that move. The finger wag there. I think I saw that in touring cars years ago. It was just that sign of pretty annoyed with that. It felt a little bit unnecessary to get punted off like that. But yeah, try and hang it out around the outside, but I know I don't quite have the pace, so settle back in. But you'll see now, as I mentioned earlier, now I'm in a slipstream, I'm just bumping him because I've got the extra speed. Absolutely abusing the cars here through Britain's, running the chicanes. There's no track limits monitored, so people absolutely abuse them. 4 wheels off the circuit sometimes there. It's one of those things you have to do. If you want to be fast, you got to do what everyone's doing. So right, so we're sticking with him now, trying to stay calm and composed, but I'm definitely fired up. Give him a little nudge there because he was a bit slow mid-corner. Gives me a chance to get a good exit. So here we go, in a slipstream. I've got to be close, got to be really, really close if I want to make a move. Looking back, I think I'm quite impressed actually that I kept my composure there. I felt that I kind of got a bit pushed off on the grass there, but hey, that's Mazda racing. Now it's time to make up. Right, so looking down the inside, he's covered the inside, that's fine. I go to the outside, but then under braking. Oh, well, do you know what? I'm not going to say anything. You guys tell me what you think of that move. Was I in the wrong, or was the car in front, the red car there, in the wrong? You watch that back and you tell me what you think. But yeah, if I wasn't annoyed before, I'm definitely annoyed now. As you can see, I'm starting to drive a little more assertively, pushing the car a bit harder, and I'm not going to sit back here for long. I'm going to have to work really, really hard now to try and get back past. Got some pretty good rotations, slight hesitation there, missed the apex a little bit, but we get a pretty good run, and again, straight into the slipstream. When you're in a slipstream, you feel great because you're catching. Now, this is not an ideal place to overtake because you compromise each other, but you know what? I'm coming through. Give him space, tuck it on the inside, and he has to back out of it because that's a pretty tricky place to run around the outside there of Island Bend. But here we go, out of shear oils. That's such a great bank curve there. It doesn't really look like it on the footage, but in real life it's got so much camber, you've got to tuck it in. But here we go, launching it. Look at the jump over the curves. I mean, great run there actually from Kevin. He hooked that up nicely, and he's got a great run down the outside. Pretty tricky to hang it out down the outside here, so I can just brake, take my normal line, and turn in as usual, and manage to retain that place. But this battle is far from over. You can see how evenly matched we are at Oulton Park. I don't know the circuit that well, if I'm honest. Despite doing a million laps in the sim, this is actually only the second time that I've raced here. Last time I was here, I was about 4 seconds a lap slower. So lots to learn on this weekend. Trying to pick up something new every lap. It's such a long lap. So when you're racing for 15 minutes, sometimes you're only doing 6-7 laps. It's not that many times to go around and learn what you need to about these circuits, especially one that's as technical as this. Well, a little bit sloppy in me. I probably should have just been a little more assertive and just covered that inside off more. But once again, he's got to run down the inside. Hoping he's going to give me a little bit more space this time. And yeah, actually that was good that he didn't run into the side of me. So right, holding a little bit of a gap now. Trying to be neat. Trying to get it hooked up on the inside there and run all the way down. This is such a long straight that even from that far back, they'll be getting the slipstream and they'll be pulling into me for sure. Right, this was one of the biggest moments. I know on camera again, it didn't look like much, but I was out on the dirty side of the track there, and I was probably only half a foot away for being on the grass and being off. So that was definitely a worrying moment there. But trying to compose myself again, watch the flying cars from behind come at me. Not long to go now. Right, actually, I completely jumped ahead now because I managed to hold on. There wasn't much more action. So that was P1 in the Masters. That felt good. And then P5 overall. Okay, viewers' question. Where do you put the microphone to get such great exhaust sounds? Well, let's have a look what's inside the boot. We have the microphone. Lads, who put a hairdryer in the boot? Typical Mazda driver. Right, check out the new Keith Racing roll cage sticker. Please make sure you like and subscribe.
0.8 top to bottom. Now then. Yeah, it's following it.
What are you guys up to? Let's have a look.
Checking oil. Checking oil.
Oh, is it good? Is it the right colour? It's a bit black.
It's absolutely not.
Show us, Ollie, where does the oil go?
Well,
How do you check the oil?
this thing here, dipstick, give a little spin, just to make sure you're really in the bottom of the sump. Open her up. Well, give it a wipe, because I did do that first to start with. Send it in again, and then let's have a look. We're on the F, so we're nice and full. Goes in. That's what we want.
There you
Not
go.
my terrible heat.
That's how to check your oil.
Not my terrible heat.
Beautiful. Look at this gorgeous young man here. He is in the Masters, but you'd never believe it.
Definitely wouldn't believe it. Welcome to the Bromley Motorsport awning. It's looking very nice in here.
Yeah.
Ollie's making some PG tips.
Oh, he's making a tea, is he? Yeah. That's first time, isn't it?
He's fucking Tetley tea.
I was going to say, is it PG tips or what? Tetley tea.
Look at that. Dirty.
So a northerner drinking Tetley tea. Hey up, duck. Now you got to try and carry on talking normally without actually thinking that you're on. Look, you forget about it after a while.
Off. I did the konnichiwa.
You did.
Konnichiwa.
I'm not sure we can say that on YouTube if we have to cut that out.
What? You can't say konnichiwa.
You can't.
You can't say hello in Japanese.
You can't do an accent, probably.
You can't go bloody top north, and you can't go, yeah, cool blimey governor, because that's xenophobic. That's the wrong thing. It's hatred of a country.
Something phobic for sure.
It's like my t-shirt.
I do, mate. Sarah did well, didn't she? She did good.
I've got one, but I want it on the back.
Yeah, maybe I should upgrade.
Yeah, look.
Look at that.
Very fancy.
So
what time are we out?
Back out.
10:45?
Quarter to, yeah.
So, I'll go put my stuff back on in a minute. Stop wandering around in your fucking out.
Do you not like it?
I love it.
It's
I
good,
really
isn't
want
it?
one.
It's actually quite comfortable. Some of them are really shit, but it actually
Jealousy is a
feels
terrible thing,
quite
doesn't
nice.
it? Yeah. It looks really good on you, Keith. I'm really pleased for you.
Yeah.
Me too.
I mean, it's gonna be wet tomorrow, so I've got to chill, relax. I've got to act like I'm fast. Supposed to be.
How much do you weigh?
I weigh 66 without my stuff, not with gear.
What are you about?
I'm 75, 76, something like that.
You got? Well, you don't know how heavy the car is.
Some quality content here then of us talking about body weights.
Yeah.
So right now we're going to have some Jimmy's iced chocolate milk, my absolute favourite. The only reason I go to the gym is so I can have this. Jimmy's, if you're watching and you want to sponsor someone that is as dedicated to your chocolate milk as they are to racing cars, I'm definitely your man. Right, you need to like and subscribe because the second video for Oulton Park is going to be an absolute banger.